check my Facebook to see if it is live. I think we are live. Okay. Well, welcome everyone who is on the Zoom here with us. Welcome everyone who's listening in on my Facebook profile. I have the pleasure of hosting a presentation tonight with one of my favorite people in the world. So my good friend Robin Younge is coming on with us tonight. I'm going to be asking him a lot of questions about biohacking, about longevity. He has some very new certifications in both of these subjects. So Robin, um, is also one of the first founding leaders here with the company Frequence. He is actually my personal sponsor here with Frequence as well. We got to know each other very well in our past company. We were sidelined to each other. And when they were taking a look here, I very skeptically took a spot too until my products came. And then I really looked at what we had here and I went all in. So that was 2.5 years ago. So I'm going to be asking Robin a lot of hard questions about what he's seen 2.5 years ago, the vision of what this company was going to be, but also get really deep into the science. Now, Robin is someone I can talk to for hours, so I'm going to try to keep this to about 40 minutes, but we really could talk on the subject of health and wellness and supplements and intermittent fasting, like all the things for hours. So we're going to try to keep it to 40 minutes. But Robin, I want you to come on here and I want you to tell everyone a little bit about yourself. And I want you to explain a little bit about what it means to be a certified biohacker. Now, I know we've been calling you a biohacker for years, but now you are actually certified as a biohacker.
Well, I'm really happy to be here. Thanks, Mooney. You are absolutely one of my favorite people to hang out with as well. And yes, every single time we start talking, it's like, hey, let's talk about something for like 2 minutes, and then half an hour, 45 minutes goes by. So I totally get the trying to keep it to 40 minutes. But yes, oh man, it's been a long journey to get to this place here, like personally in my own personal journey, but also here as a business. And it's interesting how life ends up working out, where it was through my own trials that I ended up finding the path of biohacking and longevity and quality of life, and just actually finding the science of all of it quite fascinating, like being my own personal guinea pig and getting those results from that, and just hearing along the way like all the frustrations that people have with the instructions and suggestions that are out there that tend to be a lot of the same old things that people end up hearing. But there are new things that we can be doing nowadays that a lot of people just aren't really aware of. But one of the things that uh, I find with a lot of people is people are really just trying to get back to that baseline of normal, just trying to feel youthful again, just trying to wake up without aches and pains, just trying to get through an evening of full restful sleep instead of tossing and turning and not falling asleep, or waking up at 2 in the morning and feeling wide awake. People are just trying to get back to baseline, but biohacking is all about getting you back to that place of optimal. You were never designed to be normal. You were designed to be optimal. This body that you have is where you live for the time that you're here. This is this vehicle that you get the ability of being able to be housed in to experience life. And my mission is to be able to help people get to an optimal state versus just that normal state. And that's what I love about what it is that we do, or what I do.
Oh, I love that. So I want you to tell everyone a little bit about your health journey. And if you're new to hearing about Robin Younge and listening to him and hearing all the things, you are in for a real treat here tonight. So Robin, I really want you to share where you were at in your health journey, because I find it so fascinating that you took your health into your own hands, where you were, like, I don't even know how many years ago. How long we've known each other for 6 years. So it was before then that you decided to take your health into your own hands. So share that little bit of a journey you had and being frustrated with not getting the answers you were looking for. So you're like, I'm just going to take this into my own hands.
Well, I think I should start with the fact that I turned 47 this year. And
And it doesn't look like it at all.
Sarah wishes I had some gray hair and could grow a beard. I can't even grow a beard. But so I turned 47 this year, and I suffered as a teenager with severe depression. And it wasn't depression like where I had sadness. This was like where I was tested and was recognized as clinically depressed. And I spent a lot of time on every pharmaceutical that everybody offered. And from those pharmaceuticals, I took a lot of other medications to be able to deal with the side effects that those pharmaceuticals gave me. And it was a never ending battle. Like, the side effects for me, like I was in group therapies, psychotherapists, I had psychologists, I had everybody under the sun trying to help me be able to uh, get through what it is that I was dealing with. And the side effects that I dealt with were, I couldn't even, I was so exhausted from them, I couldn't even get out of bed to get to my therapy appointment. Like I struggled and struggled and struggled to be able to have any form of quality of life. And one time when I was 30, I was at a therapist appointment. It was like a psychologist. I can't remember. It was at a teaching hospital. And I had the therapist was in front of me and I had about 6 students behind me. And after, X amount of time of being with him and being on medications and trying new medications, he looked at me and he said, Robin, I think the next best step for you would be electric shock therapy. Are you open to trying that? And these are things that's like something you hear about like from horror films. Like you don't actually think
Yeah.
that this is something they still do, but it is still definitely a practice that happens. And it was in that moment, it was that personal low for me that made me really kind of reevaluate where I was taking the advice of a lot of other people to dictate the quality of my life. And I realized that so much of the information that is available, it is available to everybody now. And there's information out there that even people in health as healthcare practitioners don't even have the access to because of the education they had. We now, with the internet, have right now access and availability to things that we can do for ourselves that are cutting edge that your doctor doesn't even know about. I can't even tell you the amount of times I've gone to my healthcare practitioner to talk about something and they have no idea what it is that I'm talking about in my space of longevity and biohacking. No clue whatsoever. And in that moment, I realized that I had hit a bottom for myself and I needed to be an advocate for my own health. I was about 85 pounds heavier. I dealt with aches and pains. I just, my willingness to get up every day and live my life was very, very small. And every day was a groundhog day and I was miserable. And I knew that I couldn't keep living my life this way. I was only 30. I couldn't see myself continuing living another 5 years. There's just, that's where I was mentally. I was so emotionally, physically, and mentally exhausted that I knew that if I didn't make a shift, that I wouldn't be here in 5 years because I couldn't deal with what I was dealing with. And that's when I opened up my computer and I
Mhm.
started researching, going down the rabbit hole of the brain. And I started to understand the vagus nerve and the connection between the health of the gut and the connection of the vagus nerve that goes to the gut, to the heart, to the brain. And the heart's it's a very unique organ of the body because it holds the same similar type of cells that the brain holds, that holds memory, that nowhere else in the body do these cells actually exist. And in your gut, they've recognized now, like through years and years of understanding humans and psychology, they used to think that when somebody suffered from mindful issues or purpose issues, they would focus on the brain. But they've really come to understand now that the actual main focus of where science is going is to the gut. And if we can fix the gut, then that communicates directly to the heart, which then communicates directly to the brain. And through all of this is connected of your nervous system. And I understood that if I wanted to be able to regulate my own nervous system and regulate my body, I needed to be able to focus on the gut. And the fastest way for me to be able, there were two major fast ways. One fast way to be able to heal my gut was to stop pharmaceuticals, destroying my gut, destroying my whole entire body. They were literally breaking me down. And with years and years of pharmaceuticals and antibiotics being one of the worst things you can ever put in your body, they definitely have a time and a place. Like I wouldn't go to my naturopath if I needed heart surgery. Wouldn't happen.
Right.
But there's a time and a place for these things. And I realized I had to stop the pharmaceuticals to be able to give my gut a healthy chance. But then the fastest way to actually be able to heal my gut was to stop eating. It's the fastest way. And I started looking into this, and I started reading things about hypoglycemia. I started learning about all the reasons why one shouldn't do it. And then I started going deeper and I found a doctor named Dr. Jason Fung out of actually Toronto, who was a Western medicine doctor who quit Western medicine because he was in a similar position as a healthcare practitioner that I was as a student. And he started to understand the powers of what can happen with fasting. And I learned from him that I read two of his books, The Obesity Code and I can't remember the other book, but I read both of his books and I started intermittent fasting, where I immediately went to one meal a day. And then I went from eating multiple times a day and snacking and everything. Like when I say one meal a day, I'm talking no cream in your coffee. I'm talking like zero snacking whatsoever. The only thing I would have between dinners would be water or bubbly water or black coffee. That was it. And within 3 days, Terry, my life changed. With 3 days, I felt the light switch come back on in my life. It was incredible. I remember where I was when I was downtown. I was about to cross the street, and I felt like somebody turned on the Christmas lights in my brain. And they just flipped back on, and I felt a sense of cognition that I had never felt in my life. And that's what started
Wow.
me on the intense work to become optimal, where I started going 3 days of no eating, 5 days of no eating, 7 to 12 days of no eating, to be able to get into a state called autophagy and apoptosis, which was to radically reverse my age, to get rid of all the clutter, to repair my cells, to be able to truly biohack my body, to get it to do the things and the mechanisms that my body is built to do for me. And the biggest reason why our bodies are shutting down and we are aging faster than we've ever aged in human history is because we eat so much. It's one of the biggest
Yeah.
reasons.
Oh, this just brings me back. I think the first time we did a presentation together, it was in my intermittent fasting group, talking
Uh,
about this subject and what you went through. So I do remember this story very well. And just for those that are listening in on Zoom here or on my live stream on my personal page on Facebook, like Robin's done some extreme measures. So just to be totally compliant, like we are not revert, I don't even know what the words to say is. We are not like making any health claims here to reverse anything. We're just sharing stories and information. So be compliant, I guess. 33 years in healthcare, I just have to say something about being compliant with this. But you went on the road of, so one of the first things, that was a question that I had that you changed was your eating and getting
yeah.
off all the pharmaceuticals. Now, for those that are listening that might be in a similar situation as you, like, did you have to work with anybody to get off of those pharmaceuticals because you were on quite a few of them, or did you just go cold turkey and just? I think I know the answer to this because if I know you, Robin, you just went cold turkey. Let's go.
Cold turkey. I just threw them in the garbage. Well, not throw them in the garbage. I took them back to my pharmacy so that they could dispose of them properly. But I, yeah, I cold turkeyed everything.
Yeah.
And I just 100%, it's very much how I am. I'm super stubborn. No one's going to tell me what to do. And that's just how I've always been. And I'm one of those people that forge my own path. And in this area, I'm a results driven person. I won't do something unless I get results, and I won't suggest something unless the results are absolutely there. And I'll guinea pig myself first to be able to get those results. And I believe that there's so many things that a lot of people do nowadays that aren't results driven, and people say a lot of things, but they've never actually had the experience themselves. And that's where, like for me, my quality of life increased so dramatically that around me, I saw a lot of people suffering as well. And that's where you and I have been in a couple companies now together. And in our
Yep.
previous company, I wasn't able to help people increase their quality of life. But here, a whole different story. I'm now able to actually apply what it is that I'm passionate about to help more people.
Yeah, and I've seen the change in you. I've seen where you were taking a back seat in the past company we were with and not really feeling totally aligned. I remember just a few months before we actually left that company, you said to me on a cruise, because we were on an incentive trip together, and you're like, what are we doing here? What are we doing
Totally.
here? because you just did not feel aligned with it. And little did
Yeah,
we know, like, 4 or 5 months later, we'd be in a totally different place. Like we didn't see that coming, but did see that coming. Um,
totally.
so one thing I wanted you to touch on before we dive into some products that I want you to
Mhm.
explain is one thing that I'm really passionate about, and I went through a journey myself, is about reducing inflammation in my body. So I know you talked about the gut health, the mental health, but one of the biggest things I find in society nowadays that is the cause of chronic illness. So I want you to touch on this a little bit if you can about inflammation. Everyone has it from time to time, but some things that you can do to get rid of inflammation in your body so that it doesn't turn into chronic disease.
That's such a big area because a lot. This is one of the biggest reasons why we age faster than we've ever aged in the history of human civilization. Is inflammation. I want you to think of inflammation like rust on a car. Inflammation is what, if you looked under a microscope, is what's happening inside your body. You are literally rusting out, and inflammation is like having the gas pedal on and the brake pedal at the exact same time. Your body is dramatically burning out. Now, inflammation is a wonderful thing. It's really important to have when you have an injury. But the problem is that because our bodies are so highly stressed nowadays and our nervous systems are now not regulated into a calming state, inflammation is constantly being increased. And when our inflammation is being increased on high levels, we are highly more susceptible to all forms of disease, to all of our body can't digest food anymore. Our mindset can be all dysregulated. Our bodies can actually be bloated and make it really, really challenging to even be able to lose weight. Inflammation is one of those things, like especially when somebody starts to, when they change their lifestyle, depending on the foods that they're eating, when they step on a scale one day, they change the food that they eat to a cleaner lifestyle and they lose all that weight in the beginning. It's actually not fat in the beginning. It's primarily stored water and inflammation that is actually being released from the body. That's where a lot of people hold on to a lot of inflammation in their body, which actually on the scale is weight.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is one tip you would give somebody if they're struggling with inflammation?
Oh,
Like
sleep.
what would be one thing that you would avoid if your body was inflamed? Like I know I went through a journey where 3 years I went through with inflammation issues from the C word. I won't use it because I don't know if Facebook still shuts you down if you say the C word. But I had some viral flare-ups after the C word. I went through menopause and I was having a ton of inflammation with that. Started looking into foods that bless my body, foods that don't bless my body, going through that whole journey, which was so hard to navigate. But is there one thing that you would recommend for people? Intermittent fasting, cutting out sugars, figuring out what foods bless their body and what don't.
They're like the two primary things that I would, well, three primary things that I would recommend. And uh, I'm always, it's always challenging for me to recommend exercise to people because a lot of times, most people, it's like they don't even have the energy to get up and exercise. So they go and
Right.
they go and exercise and then they quit on themselves and they stack another loss to their life. That's why I'm always hesitant about exercise. I want people to feel better in their body first and foremost. But then I would say the number one thing, if you can, at least, if you can limit it by like 50%, it would be sugar. Sugar is just so detrimental to the body. Don't get me wrong, I love my candy.
I know
I
he does.
love,
I've seen him.
I love, I love my candy. But I will say that, if you can, one of the best things you can absolutely do is lower your intake of your sugars. Even if you just went and you were like, well, what types of sugars? Should I stop eating fruit? I would say anything that has any form of high fructose corn syrup in it. So if you're drinking sugary pops, if you're eating candy, if you're eating anything like that, high fructose corn syrup is sticky death. It is so detrimental to the body that if there's one thing that you could do, do that. And then the other one I would recommend is your quality of sleep. your quality of sleep so that your body can actually detox as you get in. If you don't track your sleep, you don't really know how well you slept. So I definitely recommend get yourself some form of sleep tracker and go and look at it and find out how many hours of actually REM sleep you got every night. Because that is, if you want to have a great day tomorrow, you have to have a great sleep yesterday.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, sleep is so, so important, especially as we're aging, because as we're aging, that is a challenge that a ton of people have is just getting good quality sleeps every night. So
Yeah.
the next questions I'm going to ask you. It's something I started diving into just months before we were both introduced to this company that is based on frequency charged nutrition, frequency charged jewelry. We have a frequency charged straw. I started looking into the grounding frequency to help with my inflammation issues. And I found it was like one of those things that immediately I felt a difference. Just putting my feet to the ground for 15 minutes first thing in the morning, getting grounding sheets and a grounding mat. I dived right into it. And I think the universe sometimes just sends you things when you are looking at the right things to help heal your body. And then we were introduced to a company that was all about,
Mhm.
embedding those frequencies in nutrition. So I'm going to start talking a little bit about that and kind of what you seen when we were first introduced to this company. Um, the vision of what it has come today, because we started out as beta testers with these two little products. I was
Yeah.
so skeptical. Robin knows that until I got them and then I felt them and I felt the difference that they were making in my body. So let's start talking about that and talking about, because I know so many people can't wrap their heads around frequencies. Like, what? There's frequencies in these? I don't understand. So take it away, Robin.
Frequencies are, you can use the word frequency, you can use the word energy, you can use the word electricity, you can use the word language. It's all basically going to do the same thing. Everything on the planet vibrates. Everything has a frequency. You ever heard of auras? People talk about auras. That is just the energy expenditure that comes off the body. You can actually measure brain waves from multiple feet away. The body, and this is all backed by science. What I love about science is that it's irrelevant of someone's opinion. That's why I love science, because it's fact and it can be proven. Opinions can't really be proven. And that's why I'm all about, like, as much as there's a lot of great things, I like if there are factual aspects to it, then I'm all into it. And that's what gets me excited. So when it comes to the frequency, this is a real science backed thing. Everything in the world vibrates at a frequency, and everything can be measured by biofeedback machines. Here's where it comes down to nutrition and why we are suffering more than ever when it comes to absorption of food. We are living beings. We should be absorbing alive food. But all of our food that we absorb is dead. The only time we ever absorb food that is alive is if we pluck it from our garden or our trees and we eat it. Because here's the thing, if you grab an apple from a tree and you look at that apple, you're primarily thinking to yourself, there's fiber in there, there's sugars in there, there's, my vitamins, there's my minerals, there's all sorts of really great stuff in that apple. But never on any list of any fresh food are you ever going to find the frequency number that's actually connected to that apple. Because it's not, until up to recently, it's never been something that's been considered, because real food was something that people actually ate. And you didn't have to actually talk about the frequencies. So when I pluck that apple from the tree, I'm getting all the goodness from it, but I'm also getting the language and the frequency that it took to make that apple, the code, let's say. It's not like the apple just grew. There were instructions to make that apple grow. Just like when you're a baby and you're in the womb, there are instructions in the DNA that actually allow for fingers to grow, for a neck to grow, for ears to grow. These are instructions that are actually happening within the DNA. Well, the instructions that are in the earth that go into the tree that tell the tree to actually bear a flower and then bear a fruit, all these instructions are built into that apple. Once you pluck that apple from that tree, well, now it starts to die. And when it goes into a basket, onto a truck, into a refrigerator, then shipped or wherever, ends up eventually from your shopping cart into your house, the nutritional components may be there, but the actual frequency, the language, the components, the instructions of that apple are gone. they've dissipated. And there's a type of photography called Kirlian photography that actually you can actually take a photograph of an organic apple or a mushroom or something, or even us, something that's been plucked from its actual living source. And when you take the photograph, you can actually see the aura of it actually emanating from it. Then you can take a picture of that as well. That's something that's been off of the tree, let's say for a week, and it's very dull. It's very, very like dark inside, meaning the life of that actual apple or broccoli or whatever is gone. Which is why when you talk to people who end up eating from their garden, or they go to a farmer's market, or they go and purchase local fruits and vegetables that are locally sourced and from a very short period away, they just feel better. They're just like, it tastes better. I feel better. I feel more nutritionally like satiated. Because here's the thing, if you're eating dead food, your body doesn't know really what to do with it. And this is a major component. We used to be able to, our bodies actually, they are running on frequencies as well. When we wake up in the morning and we feel good, we're roughly at about a 65 megahertz. A megahertz is just an in and out, it's just a vibration. When we actually wake up every day, we're at about 65 megahertz. If we have a really good day, we increase our frequency. If we have a really bad day and we lower our frequency.
Damn.
When we get to about 45 megahertz, this is where our immune system is very taxed, and we can actually start to hear things from our doctor that we think would only happen to somebody else. Now, here's where this is all going to come together. When you die, what do they do to you to bring you back to life?
Shocking.
Electric shock you, frequencies. They put electricity back into your body because your body is an energetic being running on electricity that could power multiple light bulbs in a major room. You have so much energy in you, and when that energy is depleted to zero, you die. Disease depletes it, bad mood depletes it, poor nutrition depletes it, stress depletes it, poor sleep depletes it. But going on a really good day increases it. Hearing lovely words from people who love you increases it. Eating healthy, nutritious food increases it. We used to be able to increase our frequencies from the food that we ate. We used to be able to rely on increasing our frequencies by community-driven things, by surrounded by lovely people and amazing food. We could increase our frequencies. And now we're segregated more than ever. We're on social media more than ever, stressed out more than ever. Our food is dead more than ever. We're eating out of boxes more than ever, which is why frequency charged nutrition is more important now more than ever. Because Frequence has taken some incredible products and charged them back with 11 harmonic frequencies that are specifically snipered in to be able to increase your body's own major organ megahertz, and also adding in things like immune support and grounding and things like that.
Oh my God, I love that so much. And I know Patty said in the comments here, it's like Saskatoon berry picking season here in Manitoba. I was just picking Saskatoons and eating them off the trees last night. And
Wow.
I was picking raspberries today, and it's a totally different feel to take them right off the tree and put them into your body than it is to going to a store. It's if you don't know the difference between them, the feeling that it gives you, like it's totally different. So I love that you gave that analogy. So before we dive into like the products here at Frequence, I want to talk a little bit about, and I won't get into it too much because we could talk a long time about it, but our CEOs, the Pidcock family, who I know you are like very close friends with, their son and their daughter. But one of the reasons they created this company with Frequency is because of their own personal struggles. Their oldest daughter had an accidental fentanyl overdose because of her addiction twice, almost died. And they were looking at making high quality, good, clean products, but they wanted something that wasn't white label that other people had. And like, correct me if I'm wrong with the story here, but when they took their oldest daughter to a jewelry store that had jewelry that was charged with harmonic frequencies, she instantly felt better. They bought her a piece of jewelry. She was struggling. They were like detoxing. She was getting over her addiction, but those frequencies helped her. Now, her dad, Dave Pitcock, who's one of our CEOs here, he had been diving into frequencies for about 15 years prior to this. And they kind of had an aha moment of putting the frequencies on the products because of her experience. Add any blanks that I might have missed there.
No, you nailed it. And with to add to Dave's understanding of frequencies, they have been in the world of essential oils for years and had multiple brick and mortar stores. So their understanding of essential oils actually holding the highest frequencies, like rose oil holds 300 megahertz. So if you want a really good essential oil that you can constantly be putting on your body to be able to increase your vibrational frequency, rose oil is one of the highest ones. We have a beautiful rose oil. That's why you want to use rose oil, because of the results of it. It may smell lovely, you might love it, but that's why you want to have rose oil, especially when you go to sleep. If you want to put that on, you increase your frequencies while you go to bed. But yeah, so that was a big one. Like, he understood the power of frequencies, wanted to find a way to be able to bring it to the public. And the thing is, like, it's all been about people's experiences. And then here's the thing is, they knew somebody, and this is what makes us truly unique, who they had when they got into the making a product. So Rise being the very first product, they wanted to be able to create quality of life. They're like, we believe in the frequencies, we know about the frequencies, they're backed by science, but how do we get them into a nutritional product that can help people feel better right now, not later, not with any synthetics, not any white label product. They wanted to be able to create a product that could be without synthetics or without stimulants, without all the regular garbage that people just feel like they're constantly doing all the time. And that's where they connected with their master formulator friend. Like, when I talk about a master formulator, I want you to think about like a master Michelin chef. So a formulator isn't all about ingredients. A formulator is like the difference between a weekend warrior like baker and a master 5-star Michelin chef, pastry chef. Let's say they both get the same ingredients to make a chocolate souffle. The weekend warrior going out making something for their family, it's going to be good, right? Throw some ice cream on it,
Yep.
it's going to be awesome. But when you have a master pastry chef, they understand how ingredients work together to maximize the use of the ingredients. And this is where a master formulator comes in. Most products that you buy on your shelves, you buy at your pharmacy, or you buy from companies, they're white label products, meaning they just throw all the ingredients into a tub and they put on the label what's actually in there. It doesn't talk about how they work together. And I will say this, if you ever have a product that says proprietary blend, I invite you to run, because a proprietary blend means they can put anything they want in there. They don't even have to disclose that. And let me say this, there is a supplement out there that a lot of people back, and it is a green supplement, and it's a proprietary blend. And when they actually looked at the ingredients of it, over 90% of it was grass. And you know, most people in the world are actually allergic to grass. So if it says proprietary, I highly invite you, look for something where they want to disclose all the ingredients for you. And this is how Rise came about. Rise has 7 organic nootropic mushrooms in there. I want you to think of like having the master switch to your brain. This is going to go in. This is going to do one of my favorite things for your quality of life. It's going to regulate your nervous system. When you regulate your nervous system, your stress can go down, your digestion can improve, how you view life increases. Everything about your life is dictated on the programming of your nervous system. And when we can calm the nervous system, everything about our life can actually change, from our mood, from our stress, from our weight loss, from our digestion, from our anxiety, from our energy, from everything. When our body isn't taxed and stressed because of the brake pedal and the accelerator are on at the same time, your life can absolutely change. And we watch thousands and thousands of people who have had incredible results from 1 to 3 days. Amazing. Just from one scoop a day.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have seen it personally, like literally, and everyone has different results. But I will say most women, and this is just my opinion and my experience, but most women over 50 have some sort of brain fog. I know I did. I didn't realize how bad the brain fog was until this product lifted it. And also, I have my oldest daughter struggles with anxiety, and I seen her transformation where she was more present with her kids. She like felt calmer. It took her 4 days to admit it, but I've been doing vendor events for a couple of years now. And when I see somebody that has anxiety because a mom of raising a daughter who had anxiety, I can pick it up right away. And when I
Yeah.
get them to come in and talk to them about it like this, if you know anybody who is struggling with anxiety in this world, which is a lot of people in this world nowadays, like this helps so much. Like literally, I get people to mix it up right there on the spot in a bottle of water, take it, walk around for 30 minutes, come back, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so much better." Like it's incredible what this can do for people in that scenario.
Yeah, we have, and if you're interested in learning anything more about this, you're going to find this guy doing a whole bunch of videos for you. So you'll be able to learn way more
Yes.
about the in-depth parts about Rise, the different mushrooms, like all
Yeah.
sorts of, and what truly sets us apart from anything else in the world. And I will say this, what we're a part of is the world's first frequency charged nutritional company. Our Rise product that has the 7 certified, and this is a big difference. A certification is better than organic. If some people can claim organic, I used to run an organic food company for 10 years. Being organic doesn't mean anything in relation to being certified organic. When you are certified, you are subject to rigorous testing continuously. People come in all the time. We have multitude of certifications on our product, but the one that's so important is the certified organic. Every one of our products are certified organic, which means people are coming in and rigorously testing to make sure that what we have here is incredible. There's so much great information about Rise. And when you watch any of those videos that I've made for you, you will be able to understand what truly sets this apart and why it's worth bringing into your toolbox of life.
All right. Okay, I want to dive into this product source because I didn't know anything about black fulvic. And I am someone, I'm going to be 55 this year. I've struggled with being anemic most of my adult life. From the time I was 16, my gut health was awful. And okay. And all the doctor ever told me to do is take iron, take iron, take iron, take B12, take B12. It never increased it, ever.
No.
Like I was taking it all the time. And once I started diving a few years back into gut health, this product has done more for my gut health than anything else. Like I am regular. I feel good. If I go without this product, I don't feel good. Like this literally, I want you to explain this and maybe dive into a little bit about this little metal medallion that's stuck on
Yeah.
all of our products too.
With all of our products, you can clear out your pantry of a multitude of different things that you're purchasing. And you can learn all about that, especially in more videos. But Source is one of those products that it's like the darling product. It's the product that it's like the sleeper. Source, here's the thing. Remember when we started this conversation about gut health? Everything is about the gut. Everything resides in the gut. 70% of your immune system lives in the gut. The melatonin that increases inside your body so that you can go to sleep, in your gut. You have 2 armies that live in your gut. The one that makes you feel terrible and the one that actually helps to replenish and rejuvenate your body and digest your food. What's happening is that people are so stressed that it's wrecking the gut. People are eating terribly. People are eating continuously, not sleeping well. Your gut is this beautiful garden that is there in your colon, your microbiome, that is designed specifically to regulate your quality of your life. And so many people struggle to be able to have an optimal life, but never actually focus on the gut. Source is a multivitamin like on steroids. It's liquid. Most of our stomachs, actually, the acid inside of our stomachs can dissolve a penny. But most of our stomachs, due to a multitude of different reasons, the acid is actually quite weak. So we're not digesting food. So all these multivitamin pills that a lot of people take, they're not even being fully digested. A lot of most people's food
Yep.
isn't even being properly digested. So there's a little hack for you right there, is if you take apple cider vinegar, if you find yourself like food just doesn't move, take a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in some water 30 minutes before you eat. You'll increase the acidity inside your stomach. You'll digest food better, a lot better. But make sure it has mother in it. So that's what it's called. It's mother. It's like the murky stuff. Anyhow, Source is all the vitamins and minerals that your body actually needs. The 72 vitamins and minerals is in there in a liquid form, so it's immediately absorbed into the body. Black fulvic acid has this beautiful superpower that it helps to shuttle fuel into your cells. See, if you want to hydrate your body, drinking water isn't going to hydrate your body. What will hydrate your body are minerals. Minerals are what hydrate your body. You need to be able to get the right correction of minerals to be able to get into the cell to actually hydrate you. So if you want to be hydrated tomorrow, you have to hydrate today. Source is going to make sure that all nutrients and hydration gets shuttled into the cell for you, because you're just not getting it the way that you should be getting it. Now, if you think about electrolytes as like as salt, people don't need salt. People eat such high levels of sodium these days inside their life that we don't need more salt. We get plenty of salt in our life. We need more of the proper nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. So that's what this is going to do. If you drink Source with Rise, it's going to increase the absorption availability of Rise tenfold. That's why you want to drink your Rise with your Source. Rise on its own is amazing, but Rise with Source is a whole other world. That's why we call it rising and vibing. That's why you want to drink them both together. It's going to shuttle all the nutrients of the Rise deeper into the cell because of the black fulvic acid that's actually in there. There's so many more things that it actually does. And again, I've got a great video on that.
Yes,
But
you do.
Source is one of those products that, look, here's how I say this. When people say to me, do I need to take this for the rest of my life? You're going to eat for the rest of your life, and you need nutrition for the rest of your life. You now can biohack your nutrition, and it's way cheaper than actually having to go and buy the food, cook the food, source the food. Now you can actually get it from companies like us, where it's actually certified organic and gives you the desired result in record speed times. That's what biohacking is. Biohacking takes science and nutrition, and in the middle is time, and we're going to collapse it down so you get a desired result really fast. That's what you get when you use our products. But on the bottom of that bottle, Terry Lee showed a little medallion, and we talked about the 11 vibrational frequencies. So how do we get them in the products? So there are 2 machines in the world, and we have the ability of having one of them here with us at Frequence. They're almost $1 million, and they tune all of those little discs that you see on all of our products. They have the 11 vibrational frequencies in them. And if you use any of our tuned wearables or any of our tumblers or straws or things like that, like the jewelry, there's over 200 frequencies in all of those. So how this works is like this. If you take a magnet, before a magnet is a magnet, it's just a collection of metals. When they pull that all together, they then take that, they stick it in a machine, they turn it to whatever frequency they want, and it charges the metals, and it becomes tuned for life. How you know that's working? If you've ever brought 2 magnets together, you can feel them repelling one another. You can't see the energetic field, but you can feel the energetic field. So if you take a paper clip and you put it on a magnet and you leave it there for a little bit, and you take that paper clip, it's magnetized now, and you can go pick up other paper clips. That's the exact same theory of what it is that we're doing here. We're charging these metal medallions, we're sticking them to our products with our tuned frequencies in it, like a radio station, and it's tuning the actual products that is connected to. And that's how we take our incredible products and we tune them back with our frequencies.
Hey, we have a really good question in the chat here. Patty's asking, so what to do with the stickers after you're done with the bottle? I know what I do with them. I use them everywhere.
Well, explain what you do with them.
Okay, so you can put them on your pets' water dishes, their food dishes. I put them underneath all the glasses, like every glass that I have, you'll see I have one underneath it. I've given them to people if they've had a headache. I know that Robin's wife, Sarah, has used them on her frozen shoulder. I've used them on my IT band when I pulled my IT band from running a couple years ago. It helped heal that. So you can use them on anything. Did I miss anything?
No, and the one thing that I'll add to that is any of our containers, you can reuse them and put your
Yes.
own supplements into those containers. That's what I do. In our cupboard of all the additional supplements that we use, we take the Rise containers, we take the reverse containers, and we just stick our pills into them and reuse them and keep everything charged.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. I've done that with a lot of different things too, and use them. I even like made some basil salt yesterday and I stored it in a Rise container just so it has
Nice.
a sticker on it. So yeah,
Is there
anything you
an
can use that.
is there an expi
Okay, Patty, I was asking about the expiration date of the stickers. So explain, Robin, there's none.
There is none. Like a magnet. A magnet holds its charge for life. So there's no, you never have to worry about anything losing a charge. It will hold its charge for life.
Okay, and let's dive into this product. So I wanted to talk about these products, the three. We call them the trio. So we got our rise and our source. And then I take the reverse at night. You can take it any time of the day, but I know after talking to Robin, I switched to taking it in the evening. So talk about this product because I know that you were quite involved with the launch of it, about the ingredients that were all in it, and being someone who's an expert in longevity. This is a product that everyone's going to want to hear about if you are wanting to um, look into longevity. And explain a little about longevity. I'm looking for the right word to use because, yeah, that's what it is. So we have an age span, but what you want is to have a health span, to be the healthiest possible for as long as possible because our society has an age span that's lengthening and increasing. But the amount of people that are sick in those last few years is staggering. So this is a product you're going to want to hear about.
Yeah, the way that I always like to explain it is we have a dedicated lifespan. And when we peak at about 25, and after about 25, something happens inside of our body, and we start to notice the signs and symptoms of aging. Everyone's different, genetics, DNA, everybody's going to deal with something different. But then we're on this slow decline. And whenever you have an ailment, what you always hear the same thing, oh, you're just getting old. Oh, that's just age. But I will tell you this, I'm in the best shape of my life and I'm turning 47. And uh, I've never been in this good of shape in my life with nothing. And it's because I do all the things and I take that product. And we want to have a health span. We want to be able to peak, maintain peak, and hopefully die in our sleep. Like that's the end result, right? Like no pain, no nothing, because nobody dies of old age. We die of a disease. We die of something that happens in old age, but nobody dies of old age. It's a myth. Nobody died of old age. You died of something that caused because of your body deteriorating. Reverse is one of those products that is like I'm really, really passionate about because it takes all the hard work that I did in my life to be able to change it and put it into a pill so everybody can have the desired result without having to go through all the hard work I had to go through. No extended fasting, none of that. Where when you take reverse, there is one compound in there called AC11 that has 11 human clinical trials proven to reverse your age. See, you have two clocks in your body. You have your chronological age, which dictates how old you are based on how many birthday candles you blow it every year. Okay. Every year you get 1 year older and you say, I'm getting older, I'm getting older, I'm getting older. But in fact, you might be a lot older than the amount of candles you blew out. Or you could be a lot younger because there's your biological age and that's how old your cells are. That is truly how old you are. You can find somebody who's 40 and they're exhausted. They can't lose the weight. They can't get out of bed. They're moody. They're not the person they were when they were 20. Then you can find somebody who's 50 and they act more energetic and are more fit than somebody who's 30. The fact is that the amount of candles that you blow out every year does not dictate how old you actually are. Your biological age dictates this. And about 20 years ago, there was a longevity science that actually came out that was stemmed out of somebody out of Australia. And it really came to understand the power of a fuel source in our body called NAD. NAD is like having the Jedi life force. It is what actually our body needs to be able to help our cells increase their prime fuel like when we were 20. But at about 25, that primary fuel base really starts to dip. When you get to 50, you can be less than 50% of where you were at 25. Depending on genetics, you could be even less than that. And this is one of the main reasons why our body is aging faster because our fuel source is dipping down faster now than ever. You used to be able to live longer with a health quality much longer, but due to everything that's happening, our bodies are radically changing. On top of that, because we're eating all the time, our body never gets to recycle any garbage and it never gets to repair any of the damage. When you take reverse, you have the ability of having what happens for people in fasting windows happen to you every single day without changing your lifestyle. I'm definitely about changing your lifestyle if you're open to it. But here's a great way, like I said, I don't like offering suggestion of exercise to people because most people don't even have the energy to get up and exercise. And then when they do and they quit, they then stack a fail onto their life. Reverse is going to help increase metabolism, help to increase your lifestyle, help to reverse your age so you can start to feel better. Add rise into that, add source into that. This is why trio is the most popular combination that we have here at Frequence, because when you use all three of these products, you speed up time, you biohack your body. You get to start to feel like what it was like for you back 2 years, then eventually back 5 years, to eventually where you feel like, wow, you know what, a year from now, a year from starting to take it, you look back and you say, one of the best decisions I ever made for the quality of my life.
Oh, I love that. One thing I want you to touch on a little bit because this is being streamed on my Facebook page. Now, we were both in a company that we promoted collagen, and I have not been taking a collagen since starting this product a year and a half ago. And my joints feel better than they were when I was taking collagen for 8 years. So explain a little bit how that works.
Well, there's a multitude of facets that are happening when you make a healthier cell. When you there's something in there called ergothioneine, which is a derivative of mushrooms that actually helps to rebuild cartilage within inside the body. Also, a lot of times, a lot of the aches and ailments that people have is due to high levels of inflammation. One of the fastest ways, like we mentioned earlier, to help the body get rid of inflammation is to stop eating. When you take reverse, you mimic autophagy and apoptosis, which is where your body's lowering inflammation, it's rebuilding structures inside your body, it's repairing issues that are damaged inside your body, and it's getting rid of all the clutter inside of your body. It's doing all this. So you may have noticed that it helped your joints, or somebody
Mhm.
else might notice their skin is glowing. Well, somebody else might notice their hair is getting thicker. Somebody else might notice they're sleeping in better than they've ever slept in their life. It really all depends on where the individual is, because all of our products are adaptogens, meaning they'll immediately go to where the body is struggling the most. And that's where they'll get those results the quickest.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for explaining that. Um, okay. Now, I just wanted to get into a little bit. I knew we would go over time, so we're going to try to keep this under a 1 hour now. But I really want you to talk about the opportunity here. So I know when we left our past company and we were already not feeling really aligned with some of the changes that were being made and not really sure what we wanted to do, you guys immediately got a phone call. Literally the same day as I resigned or got suspended, which is a whole other live. We can talk about some other time. I think Sarah and I touched on that last week when we did live about that. But tell me what you first seen and the vision you seen with Frequence that day when you got on a call with Marina and Barb and Dave Pitcock and heard about their vision and what they wanted this company to be. Talk a little bit about the business opportunity here because I didn't see it right away. I was like, okay, I'll take a spot. We'll wait till the products come in. But you guys seen the vision right away. So talk a little bit about that 2.5 years ago.
You know, it's interesting because it was really all about timing and had nothing to do with the products. It really had everything to do with 100% business. To be a part of a blue ocean product, what that means where it's like it holds its own shelf. If you go to the grocery store and you're looking at all the potato chips, they're all kind of clustered together and they're all in competition. These products are blue ocean, meaning they hold their own. There's no competition for them. But it was the timing of it. It was the timing of what people are looking for nowadays. People are tired of synthetics. People are wanting all natural products. People are looking now more than ever to be a part of community, to be a part of culture, to be a part of something that a company is actually driven about versus the making of a dollar, where a lot of companies, they focus on a business model and then figure out, okay, well, what are we going to do about this? What product could we have that? But what Frequence did, what Barb and Dave did, was they said, we want to create a feel good now movement. We want to start with a movement, and it just happens to be that we have rise, source, and reverse. When you start with a movement, people can connect to a movement. When you can start with a quality of life, and that movement being quality of life, and increasing people connection and community and culture and increasing how they get to feel, whether it be as a customer or as an affiliate, to be a part of all this. I just knew that they had something truly unique that nobody else in the space was actually doing it. While everybody is chasing the dollar, and don't get me wrong, money is a beautiful thing. It's a great asset, a great tool to life. But if you don't have people that want to be a part of what you're doing because of something that actually truly matters and is sticky, it's going to be hard, and people will constantly leave. But Frequence wanted to start from the emotional connection of people, people first, business second. And that's where I knew that that what they were doing was something really special that nobody else was doing. And Sarah and I really wanted to be a part of that. The timing was now, because coming out of when the world shut down, people really realized what mattered to them. People really realized, people stopped going to, like, they really realized that the hustle and the grind of what they were doing before didn't have to be the way that it was, because the world shut down for long enough that people were able to actually reset their own personal values. And when everybody came out of that, the world became a different world. And that includes what it is that we're doing. And when people are going, I don't really want to work my 9 to 5 job all the time. I want to have multiple sources of income. I want to be a part of community. I want to have culture in my life. And Frequence, coming from that place of a feel good now movement, this was where we knew the timing was absolutely incredible. And we wanted to be able to spearhead this conversation.
Oh, you are so right. I do feel like since that time in the world that we had, there's been an awakening of sorts. I know personally, I had an awakening of what values I wanted in my life, how I wanted to live my life, things that I wanted to do, and it really changed my perspective of how I wanted to live the next 50 years of my life instead of
Totally.
living in like fight or flight, which I lived
Yeah.
most of my adult life in, and having my nervous system like jacked up. And I just cannot say how much calmness and peace have been in my life since
Yeah.
then, making that realization, making some changes, and then these products have helped so much too. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much
Perfect.
for being on here.
My
In
pleasure.
closing, from today's conversation, Robin, um, what do you want to leave people who are thinking about this, thinking about maybe trying some of the products, thinking about, what they want to do for their health and wellness? Can you just give some little insight on just wrapping that up with that question?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I hope you feel a little bit inspired moving to the next step. Is just get the questions that you have answered. Watch some videos. Feel if this is a good fit for you. And here's the thing: you can try the trio. You can try any of the products at a 30-day full money back guarantee. You're not obligated to keep them. Try them. If they don't work out for you, return them, get your money back. Because here's the thing that I've come to understand: if we keep doing the things that we've always done, we're always going to get those same results. And it's going to leave us in this frustration loop. Try something you've never tried before. See what can happen, because then you can get results that you never experienced, or maybe never even expected to be able to have. And if you love the idea of community, of culture, of being connected with people who are just like you, look at being a part of this with us as well, where we get to spearhead this conversation. And even if you love your career, it doesn't mean that you can't be a part of a community and a culture. You get to be a part of a group of people that absolutely love helping other people and have some fun along the way, learn some new skills, and feel better.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it is so true. We have such an amazing group of people, and our culture and community is amazing. I couldn't ask for anything better. So, for everyone who has joined us here, whether it's live on Facebook or it's here on Zoom, if you've heard something that resonated with you today, whether it's a conversation about biohacking, longevity, about the frequency charge nutrition, maybe it's about the business opportunity we have here, I encourage you to reach back out to the person who invited you here, ask them for more information, review more information, and give it a try. So thank you so much, Robin, for coming on here tonight. It was so much fun chatting with you for the past, almost hour. We're just under an hour, and we'll do this again soon. So thanks everyone
Love
for
it.
hopping on.
Bye, everybody.